Neo was the savior of all, the integral anomaly that made a prophecy created to keep those who rejected the simulation under control a reality. Before the imminent return of the Matrix, many have wondered who will be the new one. Today we will be counting down and analyzing 5 potential characters that could become the true savior of humanity and finally end the Matrix. Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Beginning at number 5, a character who in our opinion is the most likely to become the new savior, Sati. The daughter of Rama and Kamala, she is a program born from the love of 2 important programs.
I love my daughter very much. I find her to be the most beautiful thing I have ever seen.
Sati's importance is such that the Oracle sacrificed her shell to ensure that the girl would safely be transported to the simulation.
Because the child is important. I can't tell you why, but I believe that one day the child will change both our world and your world forever.
The girl was then left in the care and protection of the Oracle. When Neo went to see the Oracle for the first time, her assistant introduced the other potentials to Neo.
These are the other potentials. You can wait here.
Notice that she called them the other potentials and not the potentials. Assuming that she was including Neo in the group, one of these children could potentially be the next one. The fact that Sati was sent to live with the Oracle might indicate that she is also a potential that could eventually become the savior. The Oracle did mention that Sati would change both worlds in the future. Actress Priyanka Chopra is rumored to be playing the role of the adult Sati. If so, Matrix 4 will indeed be a direct continuation of the original trilogy, bringing closure to Sati's mysterious purpose and her transformation into the true savior of the world. In addition to the Oracle's vague prediction of Sati's future, we know that she is a special program. She did not have a specific purpose or function, but she was able to modify the Matrix massively by making the sun rise.
Did you do that?
For now.
As a proper continuation of the original trilogy, logically Sati would be the next one who isn't an anomaly. Number 4, Trinity. You've all seen them before, the leaked videos and pictures from the Matrix 4 set of Carrie-Anne Moss and Keanu Reeves riding together on a motorcycle, Reeves or Neo seemingly not acting like himself, presumably with no memories that he was the one. 2 people jumping off a building hand in hand, one male, the other female. The female possibly being Trinity and the male Neo. The female is the one who can fly, saving the male from falling. If these 2 individuals are Neo and Trinity, how is it possible that Trinity is the one who can fly? After Trinity died in Matrix Revolutions, her body might have been recovered by the machines and her mind reconnected to the Matrix. The machine's technology is hundreds, maybe even thousands of years more advanced than humans, and they understand human biology to perfection. So perhaps they were able to copy Trinity's consciousness into another body, or turned her into a Matrix program. The reason why Trinity could be the next one is that Neo saved her life. In Matrix Reloaded, after Neo saved Trinity from her fall, she still died from a gunshot. Neo saved her life by changing and forcefully resuscitating her residual self-image. He forced his hand into her chest and restarted her heart. Trinity's RSI may have been infected with the anomaly's code, just like what happened to Agent Smith in the first Matrix movie, endowing her with new powers and abilities that were activated after the machines resurrected her. If Trinity is the new savior of humanity, it would be a very interesting change for the franchise. Number 3, Kid. Although the actor who played Kid in the previous films is not returning in Matrix 4, the character is Neo's successor for multiple reasons. He woke himself up from the Matrix in a rare case of self-substantiation.
It's unbelievable. I didn't think self-substantiation was possible.
Apparently it is.
Neo.
And the second is that Kid was able to dodge bullets like Neo and face an army of Smiths in a training simulation. Despite Kid's prowess, he wasn't a popular character. He may have his small fan base, but it is unlikely that we will see him taking the role that he deserves. Number 2. The Merovingian. The villain turned hero may be a cliche, though it kind of already happened with the mother of the Matrix. The Frenchman is the perfect archetype of an enemy becoming an ally. His achievement in destroying the Oracle Shell and his army of exiles can make him very effective in destroying the simulation. As we've theorized in a previous video, it would be the Merovingian's revenge against the machines after discovering that he has also been manipulated. And in number 1, Thomas Anderson 7.0. In recent interviews, Keanu Reeves spoke about how excited he was to play Neo again. After 20 years, the character has matured. This leads us to believe that he is indeed playing the same Neo. But what if this is a tactic to confuse us, and the Neo in the new film is not the same Neo from before, but rather Thomas Anderson version 7? The Neo from the Matrix trilogy was the 6th human to carry the Anomaly's code. He died at the end of Matrix Revolutions, so logically, the next anomaly would be lucky number 7. If the human Thomas Anderson is a constant within the Matrix, then he is perhaps a clone created by the machines. Why? Because Neo is the only human who's been able to carry the Anomaly's code. This would explain why there is a Neo or Thomas Anderson that seems to have no powers or memories in the leaked footage from the movie set. Maybe he is the 7th from the 7th cycle of the Matrix. However, the 6th city of Zion was not destroyed, so the history or memories of the previous one may be passed down to the 7th, making him the new savior. Now, the concept of the One was deconstructed in the Matrix sequels. We know that the path of the One is another method of control, so if the anomaly is reactivated, then the inhabitants of Zion will know that the prophecy was a lie. The people of Zion won't see the 7th Neo as a savior, but as a weapon to use and exploit against the machines. Even though the Matrix happens in cycles and everything's meant to be repeated, we believe that this time, salvation will come from the machines. And we mean Sati. It makes the most sense. Though we won't object to the idea of a Thomas Anderson 7.0. It sounds pretty interesting to us. But do you agree? Who do you think will be the hero in Matrix 4? Will it be classic Neo, Neo 7.0, or someone new? For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.